I got my dream job in 3 weeks without being fully qualified, I might add. Make sure to watch this video to the very end because I'll be giving amazing tips for free. So when I still lived in Poland, I had a job that I really liked, and then I moved to Scotland, and I can only land like shitty office jobs. As bad as it sounds, I felt like I was brain dead. Often felt overwhelmed, locked out of life, and I felt like a complete failure because most of my coworkers were born like a year 2000. How on earth you're not 10 years old? That had a really big blow on my confidence, and yeah, that wasn't high before either, so that didn't help. So I was applying all the time. I was sending countless CVs, pressing that apply button every day. I was going to interviews, and I even got some of like second or third stages interview, but there was always someone who had more experience. They're lost. And then after so many rejections, I really lost hope. And I thought I was always gonna be doing just those shitty jobs for a little bit over minimum wage. And that really took a toll on my mental health. And then the war happened, and I got a lot of anxiety and stress, and I was not really feeling like myself anymore. So I called my GP and I got some time off work due to my stress. I love how in the UK they take that like stress and anxiety and mental health aspects very seriously, and your mental health has such an impact on your overall health. Like it affects so many things, like for example your blood pressure. So I took some time off, and oh my god, that helped immensely. I cannot recommend this more. Like if you're feeling down, just take some time off if you can. So yeah, I took this time off to really focus on my mental health. Meditated every day, I journaled, I like really focused on my well-being. So yeah, I took this time to work on myself, and guess what? 3 weeks later, I have my dream job. So how did I do it? Step 1, be delusional. I believe in law of assumption, and I was talking about it in most of my videos. I think I just spit. I'm so passionate about the subject that I'm spitting the truth right now. No. So law of assumption basically says that whatever you assume is true, it is true. Honestly, I have so many examples from my life how it works. I think it's easy to understand, but it's not easy to live by and to practice. It is extremely hard because we have so many limiting beliefs and stuff. I also think that all the limiting beliefs and how they manifest it are actually proof of the law. It's that the law is working. Like for example, I booked my flight and accommodation in New York, and this whole time I was thinking, Daria, you're such a disaster. Be careful. Oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm not gonna be able to go. I'm gonna hurt myself. And what the hell happened? I dislocated my kneecap, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still going because I changed my thinking, and as I said in my previous video, I was doing affirmation for my health and stuff, and it is getting better. But wow, right? Coincidence? I don't think so. So how does that apply to your job? Just believe that it's already yours and you deserve to have it. So what I would do is, I was just lying in my bed before I went to bed. I was lying in bed before I went to bed. I was lying in bed before I went to sleep, and I was just thinking, oh, I'm so happy that I have my dream job, that we have such a nice office, but I don't have to go. I can work from home and I can just go whenever I want, and that I have such nice colleagues, and I work in marketing, and it's just... And you know what? Now I have a great job. I'm a project manager. I worked in creative agency that's based in London. So I actually work from home, but I'm going a few times a year to visit them and to go to parties, and the people are amazing, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, just be delusional. Just think that it's already yours and that you deserve it, and I don't know, that really works. The other tip, in my point of view, is essential. And now listen up. Don't apply to job ads or job postings, whatever you want to call it. Email the companies directly. Mind-blowing, right? I did it a couple of times before. That was like one-off and nothing came out of it, but I always got like very good response. And then when I was like really down with my stress and anxiety, I was talking to my friend who basically every job that she's ever got, she got by emailing people directly. She told me, Daria, you have to do it. So I created my CV and we sent it to like a bunch of companies. Well, the response was like overwhelming. I got so many emails back with them saying, oh, unfortunately we're not hiring, but we keep you in mind for when we do. And some of them even recommended like their friends. Like they said, oh, we're not hiring, but I know a guy who does. You can email him. And from out of it, I got after probably like 3 days, I already got 2 interviews. So the first interview I had with a company who was not even in a position of hiring anyone, and I found out that a bit later on. But this guy was like so impressed with my attitude. I had a first stage interview with him, and then he set me up for interview with like the higher ups or whatever, and he gave me all the tips. He was like, oh Daria, listen, so he is very like, he has like attention to detail, so maybe read about this and that. Like he was like, he'll really like me and he really wanted me to do well. And I did get the second stage interview, but the guy said, oh, I'm sorry, we're not hiring at the moment, we're like no way in position to do that. It wasn't meant to be, but that gave me hope, and that basically blew the wind into my wings, whatever you want to call it. But I felt like, yeah, Daria, you're gonna get it. And then the second interview was with my current company. That went really well, as you can tell now, because I'm working there since May. So yes, I've been applying to job ads for 3.5 years. Nothing ever come out of it. I started mailing companies directly. 3 weeks, boom, baby. It really shows that you're like ambitious, you're a self-starter, you're not afraid of challenges, and it basically puts you in a very good light, and that's like a foot in the door. So just do it. Just email companies directly. It can be either to the email addresses or on LinkedIn. Yeah, just do it. And my final tip is just to be prepared, because so many times I was going to interviews and I was like, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna fly on my personality. And yeah, I do believe that a lot of people are being hired based on my personality, and I think every job that I've ever gotten, that was based on my personality, because let me tell you, I was never qualified for the jobs that I had. Like my first job, it was like a very good job. I was like account/project manager in a printing house. That was my first like office job. And then when I moved to Scotland, and my first job was in like accreditation company for like food safety and stuff, which I have zero knowledge about. Well, now I do a little bit. And then my second job was in finance. I was a credit controller, and I know nothing about finance, and I hate finance. And now I'm a project manager in digital agency. So yes, most of it is based on my personality. Well, now the digital agency is kind of based on my previous job in a printing house, that I got the experience, but I've never worked in marketing. I'm just very passionate about it, but I never worked in it. So I feel like that's a lot based on my personality, but I think I didn't get a lot of jobs because I was not as prepared as I could have been. There's so many things online that can help you. There's so many YouTube videos about job interviews and on TikTok. And the company I work for now, for a second stage, I had to do like an assessment. I had to do a presentation on a few subjects, and let me tell you, I cried doing this. They obviously knew that I have to like Google for answers and like ask around, because I'm not gonna be able to know the answers, but I think that's what they want to check, if I can get those answers anyways. So yeah, that was like few good days of like hard googling and asking friends who work in that environment. But yes, I got really prepared. I didn't wing it, and yes, I put that in my last slide. So I was prepared, but also I wanted to really show off my personality, and I think that worked. So yes, if you're looking for a new job and you feel like this is going nowhere and you feel like giving up, don't do what I did. And I'm telling you, you can do that. You can get the job of your dreams, because I did, and I honestly thought that was never gonna happen. I spent almost 4 years miserable and looking and applying and nothing. I was like so close to giving up, but here I am now. So do it. So yeah, follow my tips and let me know how to go. Did you get the job of your dreams? I will keep my fingers crossed.